you with that person is the cost.
Are you getting a lot of price objections or just?
Yes, mainly price objections, because I have lots of ladies reaching out to me that have a lot of similar physical and medical problems. And so they're all very interested. And then when we start having our conversations and I find out about their goals and they find out about how much it's helped me with my transformation physically and mentally, they're very, very interested about that until it comes to cost.
Okay. So I'll break it down how I go through it. Cause I used to kind of get the price objection, especially when I was a newer coach.
Okay.
So I would say first thing is like, check your own mindset. Like, do you truly believe in the value that it has to offer? Because if you deep down inside have your own reservations, like, oh, it's too much, or you're putting you're prejudging people, right? You're thinking, oh, like this person is going to think it's expensive. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times, even though we're not saying it to the person, it can kind of come out like that. So first, just like check your own mindset. Second thing is really make sure that you're taking control of the conversation, meaning like when you're asking them their goals, make sure it's just not superficial. So get down to like the feeling of how they want to feel once they lose ... Okay. And I always ask the question like, okay, so you have these amazing goals. Why haven't you reached them yet? What is your main hesitation, or what's your main struggle in reaching these goals? So it's kind of like you're making them self-reflect on what this inner conflict is, right? So after that, I typically will, I'll still go through like all of the goals, like what kind of workouts do you like? And I always say like, give me a typical day of eating, what eating is like for you. Cause it's the same thing. Like some people would be like, oh, I eat healthy. I'm like, no, like give me actual foods. What are you having for breakfast? What are you having for lunch? That way they can be like, okay. Or if they're telling you they're having the Starbucks, or they're telling you, they're having Panera bread for lunch, and then they kind of give you the price stuff, that's where you can kind of go back to what they say and be like, all right, well, you know what? Like, if you break it down, this is actually cheaper than you going to Panera bread. So you're going to be actually saving some money. So that's why I really like to do that food thing too. And especially because if you're digging deep and you're asking what they're eating every single day, what's the word I'm looking for? You can kind of see how Shakeology can fit into their life. So when they say it's too expensive, you can say, well, it's going to help you with your energy because you're so tired you can't get through the day. It's going to help you with those cravings that you're having during the night. So I ask those specific questions like, what kind of cravings are you having? What's your energy like during the day? What's your digestion like? Are you having any potty issues? Like, because that's one of my thing I always talk about is like potty issues, right? So ask those specific questions. That way when Shakeology does come up and the price does come up, you can be like, well, it's going to help you with ... and ... Right. Angie, who's your upline? Shannon?
Yes.
So other thing I would do is also send her your conversations. Sometimes it's just switching a few things or asking one more thing to kind of get that light bulb going off. And then the other thing that you can do too is you can do a couple things. You can, I usually, so I send them the video of what video I think would work best for them. And I'm like, all right, let me know like which option would be good. So I kind of follow the GoPro. Have you read that book, GoPro? By Eric Worre, Worre.
I think so.
Or you can listen to it. I think it's in our team page, but I think one of the chapters is missing. But I think the good chapters are there. But he really breaks down how to have the conversation in a specific order. So you're taking control of the conversation and you're already answering their objections through the questioning, through that conversation. Where was I going with this? I was going through GoPro. Oh yeah. So I send them the video. I say, all right, which one is going to work best for you? They say, oh, I love Pio. This one's good. Or I'm like, all right, great. Do you want to hear the different options for the package? normally I try and get people on the phone. So I'll say, all right, if I send you a video, when would you be able to watch it? They'll say, oh, I can watch it like later on tonight. Great. When's a good time that we can get on a phone call so I can answer any of your questions and see if this would be the right fit for you, right? Because if you get a price, like some people will ask right off the get-go, well, how much does this cost? I can't tell you how much this costs unless I know what your goals are, because there's different tools that I have that are going to help you. So that would be like really salesy of me to just give you a price without knowing, really where you're at. So I really try and get people on the phone. And that is, I think, what really changed things for me, because people just can hear your excitement. They can hear your passion. You just get that connection with people that you can't get through messaging. So try and get people on the phone. And then other than that, you can use, feel, felt, found. I know exactly how you feel. I felt the same way when I joined, but I found that I'm saving money because I'm not buying a pie of pizza on Friday nights after work, because that's what I used to do. I used to eat pizza instead of, I could have my Shakeology at work. Feel, felt, found. And you can use that overcoming objection with anything, whether people are like, I don't have enough time, or I go to the gym, or what are some like objections you get? Time, price, I don't know. But you can say, I know exactly how you feel. I felt the same way about becoming a coach. I was hesitant because I was really shy and very introvert, but I found that we do a lot of personal development, and I actually became blah, 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 blah. So you can use that. I know exactly how you feel. I felt the same way, and I found ... That, and then I only give them 2 options. So when I get them on the phone, I say, okay, here's your package options. I give them the all access kickstart for $199, and then I give them the all access pass with Shakeology for $160. Now, if it's a person that wants to do like the ultimate reset or something like that, that's a little bit different. But I give people those 2 options, and those 2 options only. I don't say you can only get Shakeology. I don't say you can only get the workout program. You're either getting one of those 2 things. So obviously the 160 is a little bit cheaper. So if they do give you a price objection, be like, hey, you can still go with the 160 and, still be included in my group.
Which video do you usually send them first when it comes to workouts, especially if you have those ladies who say, well, I don't have a preference of any style of workout. I hate working out.
I would go with something fun if they say they hate working out. So I would do something like Country Heat.
Okay.
Country Heat, or like UV2. UV2 is kind of a little bit like, not frumpy.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, you're still moving. Like, the whole point is just to get people moving, or, doing something that they're not already doing. So it really doesn't matter. But I think Country Heat, hands down, is.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is just the price objection, because I had a conversation with a young lady for several days that my husband and I actually went to high school with, and she's probably 100 pounds overweight, dealing with a lot of depression, low energy, says she has tons of energy all day when she's at work, but when she's at home, she never has energy. So anyway, we had some in-depth conversations about her goals, and everything went really great until the very end. And it was one of those things where I had to follow up with her a couple of different times, to check back with her and see if there were any more questions that I could answer for her. And she finally just said, everything sounds great. You've been very helpful. You've provided a lot of information, but I've got to get with my husband because I don't know that we can fit this in our budget right now.
And another thing that you can ask too is, if money wasn't an issue, would you join?
Okay.
And most likely people will say yes. So that's when I say, I tell them about the 30-day money back guarantee.
Right.
They eat the entire bag and return it if they don't feel a difference. Another really good question too is, how do I say it? If you got the results that you wanted, would this be worth it? That. And then, there's one other thing I'm thinking of. Hey, Erica.
Hey.
I don't think your coach hopped on.
No, I don't think she's gonna make it.
That's okay. We're just kind of chit-chatting anyways.
Yeah.
We're just talking about overcoming price objections.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then Angie, there was one more thing. 30-day money back guarantee. And sometimes I will offer people like a $10 like Amazon gift card or $15 Amazon gift card. And sometimes like that little silly thing will push people over the edge.
Right.
So that's always an option. And you know what? Like following up though is absolutely key. And most people will, after 1-2 months of you being, and you've obviously been consistent, but after they've talked to you, they'll eventually join. So don't be discouraged. It's definitely the objection we all get. I mean, I still get it to this day. Erica, what do you do when you get objections?
I basically just tell them how much value they're getting for that price, and that it's not really that expensive if they look at it that way. But yeah, it still holds people back sometimes, no matter what you say.
Yeah, and sometimes it really is they truly can't afford it, and that's what I wanted to say, Angie. Is I say, okay, if you have 1 or 2 people that you that want to join with you, you can get partial paid for. If you have 3 people that want to join you, you can get everything paid for. And that's always a good one. I usually get, some people that, bring their mom or bring their friend, especially I get a lot of girls who are getting married. So they'll bring like bridesmaids or whatever on board.
Okay.
That's a good option too. Erica got her ultimate reset. When are you starting?
I think either Wednesday or Thursday.
Fun.
Probably Thursday, because I don't really have a ton of time between now and then to look over everything.
Yeah, I would say you want to not take your time, but really make sure you read through it all.
Yeah.
Did you finish?
But then I want to be done by Thanksgiving, so.
You know what? One year I did it from Thanksgiving to Christmas.
Yeah.
No way.
Yep. And you know what? It was the best thing, because I'm like, oh, sorry, can't have it. I'm on the ultimate reset. Done.
But like, I actually want to eat at Thanksgiving.
Yeah. I don't know why I did that. I think like my aunt did it with me at the same time. But yeah, I finished mine. I actually lost 10 pounds, which is kind of crazy for me. And I'll post my results.
Wants to lose.
I know that's what some other people were saying. But like the day before, like really this summer though, it was just like Halo top every night. Like it was bad. So it doesn't like show on. It was like more of like on top of my abs. It was weird. But yeah. No. What was that?
That's good for you. Way to go.
Yeah, no, that program is, amazing. And I think we tend to forget that we have that. Like we always go for like the fitness part, but that will really change your mindset about food completely. Like it makes you look at it in a different way.
I think since we have so much traveling to do over the holidays, I think that's going to be my big New Year's, is to do the reset.
Yeah, I would say like, especially for your first time, don't do it like,
yeah,
and stuff. It's a little crazy. Katie, did you have anything that you wanted to talk about?
Well, I know I'm trying to get into the whole clean week thing, because a lot of people, like right this time of year, they don't want to do the challenge pack. So I'm trying to figure out a way to kind of get the clean week going, so at least they get an idea of what this lifestyle is like. So do you have any suggestions on that? Like any good things to do?
What have you been doing so far to get people?
Nothing. Like literally, this was the first week I started doing my power hour again, because we just moved. My husband had surgery and stuff, so I'm trying to really start November off right. So that's where I'm at.
Yeah, so what kind of ideas have you thought about doing?
Well, I know Erica and a couple of the other coaches in our group, they were trying to do like overlap, like the clean week with the regular groups. I don't know, Erica, if you had any thoughts on that. I didn't really get to read a lot into it just yet, but.
Yeah, we kind of created a schedule for it. And I think the plan was to do clean week the first week of the month. The challenge group starts the second week and with prep week. So yeah, we're trying to nail down the schedule, but I think that's the way that we're going to start doing it. But I think, was it this month though? I think we were going to start on the 6th or 5th.
I think it was, yeah. That sounds...
Whatever that Monday is.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't put a post up about that yet either, so it'll be our first time running a clean week.
I'll show you girls what I do with my calendar, because I think I like that, Erica, how you kind of have it planned, like where you're planning your groups and stuff. So
yeah,
where am I now? Okay, so today's the 30th. So, right? Yeah. Okay. So I'm starting with my challenge group. I usually start like the first Monday of the month. So like, oops, sorry. I don't know if you guys can see this, but like start number 1, that means like I'm starting my prep week, right? So this is my prep week. So if I backtrack, I've been promoting my challenge group since the 23rd. So if you can really, get either like this is Google Calendars, but you can do it like from your iPhone or what's the planner I have, the Passion Planner, and go and set this up like 2 months in advance. So all right, like I'm gonna do a clean week, the first week of the month, and then I'm going to transition into my challenge group. So think like, how much time do I need before that start date to actually promote it? Because I used to do this a lot where I would be like, oh, I want to start a challenge group. Like next week, I better start promoting it.
Yeah.
I just didn't give myself enough time. Mm-hmm. So like go through your month and do this, a few, 2 or 3 months in advance. So you can kind of have that already planned out. So you're not like freaking out. You're gonna have like your start date with things. But I would say, you just gotta start promoting it. So if you're gonna start promoting it today Monday? No. Yeah. Okay. Today's Monday. I mean, for clean week, I don't think you need too long of a time to promote. Maybe like a week. So I would even, push it out maybe, a week or 2 to start your clean week. And then in that group, you can obviously talk about your challenge group. But, you can simply do one of the clean week workouts, talk about it on social media. If you want to do like an event invite for clean week, you can do that. You can do like a transformation pick tomorrow and be like, I know it's like super hard right now, to commit to something for 30 days when the holidays are starting, but I have this 7-day group that's going to be easy, just showing you the basics. It's going to come with free workouts.
Yeah, I think that's my problem too. I keep not promoting it until
the last
a little bit too late, because then I'm like, oh, well, they need time to get their Shakeology samples, and that's why I think we haven't really started a clean week group yet. Well, plus I was away, so.
Yeah, you're probably still like trying to.
I am. I'm still on vacation up here.
Yeah, so don't rush it. Like plan your month of what you want to do, and then just brainstorm of some ideas of some posts that you want to do. Like I always do Transformation Tuesday, Throwback Thursdays. They're great ways. Maybe go in. I haven't really looked at the program yet, but
no, I haven't either.
And make a recipe from there, and you can post that.
Yeah, I haven't looked in. I did 2 or 3 of the workouts, but I haven't looked at the meal plan, and I haven't looked at like the challenge group script or anything.
How are the workouts?
The workouts were cool. Like they were easy for me. But yeah, they were pretty basic. So there's, instead of a modifier, there was an intensifier. So there was a guy off to the side that would do like the more intense version of the move. So that was kind of cool too, like less intimidating for people, I think, to be like, oh, well, I, just follow the modifier the whole time.
Yeah. And you can say that's a really good word to use, like, and share your story. I used to be intimidated to go to the gym and, be around all those tough people and look at a machine and have no idea how to use it. But if you want to do this in your own home, it's something that is simple and easy for 7 days, blah, 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 blah. How else do you promote, Erica, any free groups or group that you're running?
Well, I've only ever done one free group before. So this is all, that was for Sean Week. We did Sean Week and Shakeology. Because me and Carrie, we never really had to, so we didn't. Yeah. And now, everyone goes through that point where you gotta kind of start doing that. So that's where we're at right now. So we're just at the start of it, really.
Okay.
But that was basically, actually, I went on, me and Carrie both, when we were doing the Sean and Shakeology week, we went on and we did a live on our page. And that generated a ton of interest. So we had a lot of people in that group. A lot of people wound up getting challenge packs after that. So Katie, if you're up for a live, I'd say that might be a good way to do it.
What did you say in your live?
I went into, I think I titled it like, I want to tell you about something I'm really excited about, or, something like that. So I got people's attention with that. And I basically just said, there's this amazing trainer and they're doing this brand new thing with live workouts that no one's ever seen before. I've never done it. No one else has ever done it. So we just kind of like created interest that way, and then told them exactly what was going to be the plan. Every day was a new workout. We talked about, like, if you ever wondered what our challenge groups are about, but didn't want to commit to the 30 days because you weren't sure what you were getting yourself into, this is just a week long. And all you have to do is get, the samples of the shakes, and that was basically it.
And you could even maybe like start it off with like a 3-day free group of, I don't know, like a squat, like a 3-day squat challenge, and then in that group promote the clean week, and then from there do clean week, and then take those people and transfer.
Yeah, I eventually wanted to get into that too, where we do actually do a free group, because technically clean week isn't free. I mean, clean week is, but the shakes aren't.
The shakes aren't. Yeah.
I think it's just one of those things that we just have to get the ball rolling with it, and then we'll finally nail down a schedule.
Yeah, and definitely buddying up is always fun.
And then this double time thing, they're scheduling things too close together too, because then there's the sneak peek of 80-day obsession. Oh my God, what am I supposed to promote?
I know. So you really just need to focus on what you think is going to work for each individual and promote your brand. You know what I mean? Like, I can't promote whatever one is, but like, I don't have kids. Like, who am I going to work out with? The dogs?
Yeah. I know. I feel like that would be a good one for me.
Yeah. So, like, I think that's a good one for you, but for me, like, I'm like, nah. But in your session, like, that's going to be my jam.
Yeah, I know. Well, and then I'm supposed to start the reset, and I'm not supposed to work out, and I have a rotator cuff thing going on, so that's awesome.
So yeah. So you should work out. You should do the ultimate reset. Yeah. So for you, I would focus on the ultimate reset. But if you are talking to people, see where what we have can fit with what they need.
Yeah, I still might do a video of like me and the kids. I don't know.
Yeah, just like do a live thing and you passing the ball.
Yeah.
The reason that they're throwing so much at us right now is because, like, typically this is when like people go on hiatuses because of the holidays, but it's when we want to be doing our most work, because in January it's going to be like boom, and we want to be kind of like prepared with like the ball rolling before that even happens in January, which is exciting.
I know, I'm really excited about that one too. I'm dying to see what the nutrition plan.
Oh, for 80 Day Obsession?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really interested. I think it's.
I don't know if it's grain free and dairy free, or if it's, I don't know. I keep seeing like conflicting things.
I know she tells you like on certain days, like eat this at this time, eat that at that time. So it's a little bit more specific with it. But I've seen some coaches have awesome results from it. Anything else we want to chat about? How are you doing, Erica?
Good.
Trying to get back to
yeah, I'm like really slow getting back into it. But I think that's because I'm having a shoulder issue, and there's just been like a million things going on. But yeah, so I have a rotator cuff thing. I'm supposed to go to physical therapy 3 times a week. I just found that out today. Yeah. I'm doing PIO. So like that's been okay, but I feel like my shoulder's not doing great. I don't know. I'm all up in the air.
I would the yoga for the ultimate reset is very slow, but that might be just what you need.
Yeah, I know, but then it's gonna kill me not to work out. My plan, I honestly was, I have moles that I need to get excised from my body, and I was planning on doing that at the same time that I was doing the ultimate reset, because I can't work out because I'll have stitches. But then my dermatologist office closed down, and I can't find a new one. So none of my timing's working out with anything that I tried to do.
Maybe it's a good thing you didn't go to them if they shut down.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know. Now, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, mentally, like the whole workout thing, I know where you're coming from, but that's what your body needs sometimes. Because I mean, how long have you been going so hard with your workouts?
Yeah, a year.
Yeah, it's like you're working out's great, yes, but like your body really needs that like rest to just like recuperate.
Yeah.
And then you can go like gung ho.
Yeah, right. Yeah, in time for 80 Day Obsession.
Yeah. Anything else? No?
No.
All right, cool. So yeah, next week we'll start back up with the team calls on Tuesday. We're skipping tomorrow. Team retreat. I know it's far away, but January 13th. Angie, if you can make it from far, far away. We had people last year that flew in, so.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, Shannon came. We had a ton of girls come from North Carolina and South Carolina. From Florida, Haley came. Amanda's coming from Wisconsin. So yeah. That's all I got.
I'll be there. I don't know if I'm staying over, but I'll be there.
Yeah, you don't have to stay over. It's just a fun time. You weren't there last year, right?
No, I saw all the pictures and all after the fact though. Because I didn't sign up until like after
it happened.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, girls. Have a good night.
Thanks, you too.
Bye.
Bye.